have my own consulting business where I focus on the customer experience and also leadership development. And I do that by conducting one-on-one coaching with clients, entrepreneurs and their teams, and also training. I also am an avid writer. I'm an author, and then I write a blog on Substack. And a blog post that I wrote a few months ago is something that Matan really resonated with, and it was on professionalism. Well, we wanted to talk about professionalism today because I know it really, when I wrote the article, it really did resonate with Matan. So I just wanted to get your words on that.
I read about professionalism, and it's kind of like the definition was so spot on because as I read it, I start imagining people. You know, oh, that person is doing this, and that person is doing that. So in my organization, obviously, that was like a big pillar for me to kind of like, okay, let's nail down what professionalism is that.
Or when I was writing it, is that the U.S. Department of Labor actually wrote a whole piece on it. And what they said is that what people value most in their organization is professionalism. So it's an incredibly valuable tool to learn. The other is that when you are professional, you build more credibility and you are seen as being reliable by those that you work with, two incredible leadership traits. And that there, more than ever right now, there's a huge generational swath of diversity. There's more generations represented in the workforce than any other time. And professionalism transcends age. So it's incredibly important to really make sure that your teams are doing this. Now let's look at the definition that had resonated with Matan. So the first is self-control, not lack of control. Thoughtfulness, not impulsiveness. Respect for others, not disdain or disrespect for others. Respect for the rules, not flaunting the rules. And awareness that your actions impact others, not acting without consideration of those around you. So when hearing that, how does professionalism impact you in the way you approach your team?
When I'm preparing for myself for a meeting that happens, even a regular Monday meeting, I look at the agenda and I'm thinking, depends on the team I'm with, who is the impulsive one, what they're going to say, and then what I'm going to say and what they will say back. So I notice how much time and effort it takes to prepare for a meeting that is combined with people who are not professionals, and how great it is and how much smoother it is when the team is professional. It's going to be straight to the point. There's no all the other emotions or impulsiveness, or I don't need to take care of them in that sense, and I find it to be very efficient and result-driven, I would say.
So basically it's about trust.
Absolutely about trust. If I trust people to be professional, I think completely transform the result of any interaction in the business.
Now, one of the traits of professionalism is this idea of being thoughtful, considering what you say before you say it, considering how you act before you act. And there's something that in your organization that you talk about, and that's mindful communication. So tell me about that.
Mindful communication is like the way to get there is to ask yourself when you say something, is it true? Is it necessary? And is it kind? The combination of professionalism and mindful communication is the result of those two together is collaboration. And if you get collaboration, you improve in every element. And that's how you move forward every day.
So now let's look at how we can build a professionalism habit. It's all about taking a pause before responding. So this is such a crucial step that instead of just blurting out something, we take a pause, we breathe, we get grounded, and then we think, what are we going to say? So the pause is essential. Then asking questions. Asking questions is an incredible thing because when you start to ask questions, you're putting yourself in the role of the leader. Also, it demonstrates that you are open to other viewpoints. Another one is showing up for the rules. That's a conversation that we were having sort of around manager meals. Showing up for the rules means waiting to have your manager meal when everyone's done, when everyone has access to food. And then lastly, acknowledging your actions and missteps. This is so crucial because it demonstrates humility and then incredible awareness, right? And I've talked about you can go back in time. The idea that if you say something that maybe is a little off, maybe came off as a little crass or harsh, you can actually go back and say, I didn't say that. Or, I think that might have hurt your feelings and I'm concerned. Let me acknowledge that maybe I was a little rough. What have been some of your success stories or challenges in doing so?
Having lead position, work one-on-one coaching, improve dramatically self-awareness to improve professionalism and overall success.